Hello everyone, good to see you again. Are you sick of me yet? You've had racial overload this weekend, but it is Geeks 19 and I want to inspire you because it's 3 short days of crafting in that sense, and we want to get as much as we can in with lots and lots for you to watch and share in. So I hope you have been having a great time and enjoying everything there is on offer. So I have been sharing a variety of projects, and I know our theme has been Wish You Were Here. So I thought for my final Facebook Live or my presentation for the theme of Wish You Were Here, I thought I'll do something along the lines of a beachy card. I have not prepared the card earlier. I have something in mind, but I thought I'll go with some of our sets that we have, and these are the sets that I'm working with. This one is from last year, may have been even the year before in our mini catalog, and this one is in our current. So they're both current, but this one's in a bundle. So I thought we could work something together. I have some ideas, and let's go on a beachy getaway, and I hope you enjoyed. Please join me and chat with me and give me some ideas. We always like to see where we end up. We might change our colors, but I have kind of gone with being inspired by the Just Add Ink challenge with the colors there. There is an inspiration photo, and it's kind of on the parakeet party, lemon lime twist kind of colors, and some beachy colors. So I've just gone with that, and let's see where we go. All right. And if you didn't catch my previous Facebook Live, go after this, go and have a look, because I did share a sneak peek of my garden meadow class. So this particular stamp set, I did a class on it of August last year, and the funny part is I do PDF. That's not the funny part. I do PDFs with my classes, right? And I'd kind of forgotten. I hadn't done much with this set, and then someone purchased it the other day, and I got, oh, I forgot that, like, I'd done this class, and so it kind of brought it forefront to my mind that we had this, and I thought, oh, why not create something with it? Because sometimes we, when we get a new catalog, we use all the new products, and kind of everything else goes to the back. Hi Amanda, you like this stamp set, this Beauty of the Deep? It is a really nice stamp set. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about, and it's got the dies to cut all this, plus it's got like this coral separately and little ones as well. So it's got this nice big die, which is like your focal images. So really nice. I've told you this before. Those who follow me know I cannot swim. I literally, like, it's not like people who say I can't swim and they can save themselves. If I swim, I will die. I can't save myself. So, but I like all the beachy stuff, right? It's just a bit funny, and I just get drawn to that. So let's go with this. So what I'm thinking, I've got some Fluid 100 cardstock here, and I am thinking we will do some, just watercolor this piece and do some die cutting out of it with some of this coral maybe, and things like that. So I have got a bit of pecan pie, and I may bring some Calypso coral, because it is coral, and maybe a touch of Cajun. Let's see, those kind of colors go together. this was how the monkey went the other day. It was just like Rochelle's brain just going fly by the seat of her pants. But that's sometimes, I mean, that's literally how we all are when we make a card, right? You just go with it. Whatever's happening, happens. And that's the fun of creating. You can change your mind. You can do what you like. I'm just getting a piece of scrap paper to put on this, well, a piece of notepaper, I should say, to absorb that. Okay. So I've got some water in here, and I could spritz. Have a spritzer. Let me spritz that first, because then it gives a bit of water to start with. I will probably start with a bit of parakeet, and instead of getting my refills out, I'm just going with that, and it gives you a little bit of control here when you put it on a you could even put your refills directly on the palette. I'm calling this a palette. It's a clear block. All right. And then I'm gonna go with Calypso Coral on the other side, and I will dry this in between. Oh, so I've got some refill here, so I'll use that. I'm trying not to mix it too much because I don't want it to become a muddy mess. Ideally, if it mixes on its own, it's better. Leaving that. I'll just dry it off with my heat gun. See, it's quite wet, right, because we spritzed it earlier. But I probably want it a bit more, not probably, I'll probably want it a bit more vibrant in certain areas, not all of it. This is on setting 1 of my heat gun. So it's not the setting that melts your embossing powder. You could leave it to dry naturally. It will dry eventually, but because I made it quite damp. All right, so, oops, forgot to clean that. All right, that's that. Now I will bring in some Cajun, I think that's sort of on the tones of your Calypso. But it in smaller, because I'm die cutting it in smaller sections, it might be a bit more vibrant. And just one. See what pecan looks like. I have not watercolored with pecan before, so let's see. what it looks like when it's in smaller sections, kind of. Got to try something. And that's actually nice. You know what it looks like? It has that like coffee stain look, doesn't it? Well, guess what? That's given me an idea for trying to get splatters on my nice light top. Yeah. Maybe I should do it away from me. Yeah, that looks cool. I like the pecan pie on that. All right. Me and watercoloring, I can mess around. So I'm thinking we can die cut this coral out of that. We might even get 2 out of that. If I like that splatter look, I could go with a stamping blend and get a more defined look. I'm using the bigger brush though, so a small brush would give me better control. Okay. Now before you die cut, make sure that that is fully dry, otherwise it's going to probably tear along your die cutting. But just because I had that brilliant idea of splattering myself, I'm just gonna, my brush tip is not, yeah, that's it. I'm just flicking the stamping blend over that. Okay, I'll leave that aside so it completely dries. Then I'm going to bring in, I might, there are these images, what shall we use? Maybe some of, I quite like that one. I was thinking we could use the bird, but I don't know whether it'll go with that. We'll see. I quite like that bird. And we can stamp this shell. Stamp a couple, just in case. And in Cajun, I'm going to do this leafy. We'll keep in the same sort of colors. This leaf thing. I don't know, in my plants, just the land plants are bad enough. I'm not going to know sea ones. Oh no, we have a lemon lime. Let's use that. Oh, parakeet. Let's use that. I'll do a few of them. We'll have a bit of die cutting to do. That's okay. See, that's a nice image, isn't it? Nice and clear. So we've got that one we want to do. This guy's got a little one. So that goes like that. Getting all my dies organized so I know which one cuts what. Then I had my, what was the other one? Seashells here. And I need this one too. This is my landscape one I refer to. There's this one has lots of extras too, like little shells which you can cut. We'll get that, that'll go well. Just pull them out and then you can work out what you need and what you don't need, right? Always, then you know what your options are. I'm sure we have that other one. He's hiding. He is hiding. That's easily fussy cut though, but there we go. And another smaller grassy bit, so we can have all that. Right. All right, so we've got that. I might bring in a bit of not watercolor. It is a watercolor pencil, but I'm not watercoloring. I'm just going to add some color to this. I'm going to add some Cajun craze, and I'm going to use Crash Curry. Now, Crash Curry is a color that is not in our current watercolor pencil range. I used this the other day also, but it's okay. You can substitute that with anything in that matches. It's sort of a goldeny yellow. I like teaching you different ways to use your colors, and so you can layer your projects and get the most out of it. So I'm coloring this with Crush Curry. I'm bringing in a bit of shading there because that's where your let me pull that in. Now I'm bringing in Calypso Coral. Again, just follow where there's like that indentation there, you can see. So I'm gonna just, so I'm gonna make it darker there, a bit of color there, and bringing it into that section. I'm still working with Calypso Coral. And now that bottom bit's going to be a little bit darker as we bring it in. Just the point. Bring in Cajun Craze. So I'm going to bring in there. So it's sort of hollowed out, that look. So your shadow. Bringing that in. So I'm not changing the look from either, like they're both the same. All right, so now we might do our die cutting. Make sure I might be able to run a few together through the die cutting machine. Let's see if this is dry. Yeah, it feels pretty dry. Oh, I can see that I have a feeling that's gonna be good. This one, I might go and keep it in those same tones and go with my parakeet. I think it's parakeet. Sometimes I get mixed up with the parakeets and the grannies and or your lemon limes and things. This looks like parakeet, is it? No, that's granny, but that's okay. I'll do. Each will do. We can cut those two, few of them out, so we have something to layer. Right. If you cut extra, it's like always, like I said, have extra. Then you know, when you're putting them together, putting your card together, you're better off having extra. Then you can go, I don't need this, but others, once you started assembling, it's a bit annoying when you have to do it again. Not annoying, but it's just like you've got to stop the creative process once you're in the mood, isn't it? So these two. This one. This one. That. So these two are from the Seaside Bay dies. The other ones, by the Bay had them too. They're very similar names, aren't they? Or Seaside Dies, I think they're called. The one with the bird. I was actually thinking, like when I was planning this, I thought, oh, I'll do one with the lavender. And for the life of me, I cannot find my postage stamp dies. I don't know. It was there on Tuesday when I was creating with my friends. It's gone into craft room. Bermuda Triangle, that's what it's gone into. So that's moved a bit, but that's okay, I'll cut it. And I can lay it out. But that's the beauty of when you cluster things, you can fiddle with it. You can arrange leaves over it and I think I'll need another couple of what are they called? Shells. to balance out, because I've only got 2, and there will be more shells required, I can tell. Let's cut a few more of these. But I know there's ones that I don't have to stamp, so I can do that. We can even do that from some of, maybe if we have some watercolor paper which we did left, we can cut it out of that. That'll blend in nicely. All right, so I'll put that aside there. Okay, I'm liking those colors together with the pecan pie and everything. That's sort of what I'm envisaged. All right, now the moment of truth with this thing. The moment of truth is where my die has gone. I'm putting my dies together, and you have so many dies. There we are. All right, so maybe I'll get that one. Okay, we'll hit a bit of that. And I'm going to run it a few times because it's quite a detailed die. And let's see how well that comes out. Yep, that's pretty good. I thought, oh, if it doesn't come out, I'll be here for... Oh, how does that look? Do you like it? See how that looks? I'm liking it. It's not always... I may not like it sometimes, but I'm liking that one. Okay, so see how that is a bit white? I'm hitting more the top bit because I'm thinking the bottom will probably get covered by something else. Or we can blend it with color, it doesn't matter. We can do something. We can add some water painting, watercolor on it. Just making sure that's gone through. Okay. I'm so happy with that. And then we'll go in. Now, see that? I will probably go and put some green on that, water paint that. Now, with this bit, I am thinking we will die cut. See those little, shells? Let's die cut some of that. And we can add darker green if we want to, just differentiate it a little bit more. So just because we've cut it doesn't mean we can't do anything with it. We can still work on it. And I've still got my palettes here, so I kept the color. So 1, 2. So I've done 1 big, 2 small with the shells. So just for balance. How nice does that look? See, I haven't used this particular stamp set or the bundle in a long time, and I'm glad I was able to use it today. Not that I'm not allowed to use it before, but sometimes I said we forget. So let's go back to this little piece, and I'll add some of my I'm just adding pecan. I'll make that a bit more brown. It is very coffee-like. Coffee pecan cake. Just press it and then wash it out. You should see my desk. I turned this upside down instead of having it upwards. It's now got green. And I'm adding a little bit of this green just on the tips. So this is pretty dry. It just gives me some. Let's see, I might want this a bit more vibrant here. Yeah. Okay, now my shells. We've got our 3 little ones we just die cut then. And what I show you, these things you can modify according to time. My love is doing things that are a little bit more advanced and teaching a bit more heavier projects and layered projects, but just dumb it down a bit, not dumb it down, that just sounds bad. How do I say? Take a few layers down a bit. Excuse me. Not that, like this is, you can die cut this, and instead of watercoloring, excuse me. Oh goodness. Just, you know what's quicker? You can cut it out of Calypso Coral cardstock and just blend pecan pie ink on the edges. Excuse me. This is my cough, which I've had from last year. Excuse me. Now, the other 2 colors I brought in were these blueberry and azure. So I think a bit of blueberry. What do you think? Let's see whether I have some. Oh no, I have to get a bit of this. It's a bit of cardstock I've got. Sometimes I like the kits. I like doing the Stampin' Up kits. They're good for, like, I use them when, like, I want a quick project, and that doesn't mean, like, it's not that you can't do anything else. It's just saves you time, and it's more prepared. And that's what I like them for. And I do quick projects as well, and a lot of my classes I do, because not everyone doesn't have time. And in my classes I teach, like lives, I do a bit more heavier projects, but in my classes I don't do that things that take so much time, because we don't have time for all that all the time. My other one had run out of water, wasn't it? So this is Blueberry Bushel. Sorry, I sound terrible. And I thought if I add, just to differentiate this from the greens, adding a bit of blue might just... So it sort of gives you a bit of, you can like speckle it a bit. Just tap, 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 like that. And that's nice. It'll all look nice together. All right. Okay, we've got all our elements. I will have one more, but I think that's fine. Now the other thing, this is what, I don't know how it'll all put together. In my mind, I wanted to use this paper. This is the lavender paper. Well, initially I had wanted to do the lavender, as I said, but then I couldn't find any of the dyes because sometimes when I craft, I sort of do quick, and then I put it somewhere and I don't know where it is. So, this is probably my favorite. Sorry, I pull this back a bit. That's really close. I like the checks on this. I'm mad for gingham. So, and I think when it's crumb cake, any neutral, if you've got really bright colors, any neutral is gonna bring tone it down a bit and dull it. Not dull, but like sometimes if you think, oh, that looks really strong, just bring in a neutral of some sort. And see, that tones in well, doesn't it? And like that. I had another, if I see those colors are looking nice. I'm happy with that. What do you think, guys? How is our little collage of things coming together? I think it looks really nice on the check too. I wasn't sure at all. I did not know what would happen with that. Now, this paper, it's got Asia Afternoon. I think it would look nice with a bit of this cut through it and tucked in at the back. So this is what I thought I'd do. This is the Gorgeously Made Designer Series paper. I'll be honest with you, it's not my style of paper because of its heavy duty color. Like so, but I do like the torn pieces, right? And there are some pieces in it that I really like, and I did like this piece is really nice for me. Like, it doesn't mean it's a bad paper, but I've seen some beautiful projects done with it. I really like this piece. It's just my style of thing. It's not it's like this piece. I cannot see this part. Yes, this, yes, I can see something I can do. I've used bits of these, but in its entirety I was struggling, but I can use portions of it. So I love the torn look though. So that's just my how sometimes, you know, everyone's different, because I'm not a bold and bright person in that sense for color. I but you can, some pages might, some sheets might work. And that's what always, like, sometimes also when you get a catalog, as you look at it, you might go, no, I don't like that paper. And look at the reverse side. Because sometimes the reverse might be more appealing, might appeal to you, might actually appeal, not that more appealing. There are papers I have not liked, and then I look at the other side and I go, oh, I really like that side. It's just how it is. Okay, so I'm just cutting it like that. I'm using, this is from that older set by the bag or whatever. not by the bay, seaside bay. Seaside dies, they're called. This was when the dies and the stamps were different names. Now they're the same, which makes it easier for us. Okay, so that's making it a little bit more beachy. I had this already cut, right? That's gonna, so sometimes I have bits already cut, so I just leave it. Okay, now we've got these pieces, which I may just add a little bit of Asia Afternoon on it. I will have to use my daubers because yesterday I washed my blue blending brush because it was oversaturated and needed a clean. So I don't think, and I left it out to dry, but I have a feeling it's not dry because it felt warm yesterday. But that's a better. It's a sponge dauber. Just seeing how that looks. You can make it work. I'm not sure. Just a very light hand if you want it. Maybe just on the base. I do like more of the green showing. That's lemon lime twist. And then we've got those other little leaves as well, which I cut, the greenery. They're not really leaves. Sometimes we don't use this. I don't use the daubers as much because now we have the blending brushes. But really, it's good for little things like this. I used to use them all the time. If you have any questions, just ask me. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I am here to take your suggestions. And then we have to work out a sentiment. That's the next part. And I don't know. Maybe. I haven't even opened this ribbon yet. It comes in a 3-pack. So, of course, Bubble Bath is nearly finished because I like pink. And it got Lemon Lolly. And not that I don't like this blue. It's just I probably don't use the Asia Afternoon as much. Or maybe I use linen thread, perhaps. Okay. Let's get it done. All right, stick that down. No, the other one. I fear that might come out in a big rush. So I'm gonna leave a little bit that top open in that sense without glue so I can tuck that crumb cake piece under. So with this is if they get glue, just clean it with the eucalyptus oil. I am not fastidious like that. I just, it goes in, I clean it. Otherwise, I'd get nothing done. So when you die cut, using the die, you can technically like get two halves. So if you had a piece like that, you'd get two different looking sections. So that's what that other section, why it looks different. So that would have been the other half. So this lavender paper is really nice. But because it's like me and that Flight and Harry paper, I keep using the other side and not the birds. That seems a bit... It's hard to see the crumb cake on crumb cake there. I'm surprised by that I like it. That's why you gotta try things sometimes. You just never know. Okay, I'm just gonna add some double-sided tape to the back so I can attach the ribbon first. Hello, one of my little cats is here. Well, they're 3 years old. They're sisters. This one only likes to show love in private. She doesn't like to show love when everyone else is around. So when you put it on the actual DSP or right on that border, it takes it gives it a neat edge, and it blends in really nicely there. I'm glad I can use this ribbon now. I really like that color. So, oh, we've got to remove. Forgot all the bits. That'll make it look better. Getting all those bits and pieces out. I've got the brush on the other table, so it's not hard though. This one you can see it's just coming off easy. Can use the take your pick tool too, but this is coming, no issues. Yeah. Looks like sprinkles. You reckon you'll try this technique maybe just with the watercoloring? You can do it for anything really, any colors, any image, and then you can stamp your image on top. So I would probably put the more solid color at the base, and then you've got the multicolored with a bit of the green on top. Much of a muchness, like in that sense. They're both nice. Then and I might not need all of this. I mean, it's likely I won't need all of it, but thinking these guys might be better off in one direction, maybe. Not sure. Because I think that looks silly. Okay, let's glue these and then I can establish where to put things. So I'm just going to dab on some glue here and there. That will be enough to stick this down. And then it will also have some bits lifting, which gives you that realistic look. So I'm going to stick one a little bit higher, and then this one can just be maybe on the ribbon itself. And right. Right, so this one I may first glue that on. So maybe not, maybe behind. Small one in front. And by layering it here and there, you're getting like that 3D look as well. Then maybe one here. So I'm just kind of tucking it behind there. Then if I put that in front, it will hide anything you can see there, and I'll put a few leaves there. Just a couple of mini dimensionals to hold that down. This case I will just hold it, and then it'll hold my leaf image there. Missing one of my you know, the little stamp ones I did, but I think we have plenty. A bit of glue at the bottom. You can add mini dimensionals as well, but I'm just going to use it on the, that doesn't want to stick on. Okay. Then I kind of just give it a bit of a curve. Maybe we can put one there, and this guy in front. Even just there. that in front and a small one at the back. So it's kind of just feeling your way around and arranging it sort of so it looks not doesn't look out of place. I'm not any like flower arranger or anything, so I don't have any concept like that. I'm just I'm just going with the feels. And for what I generally do is if I have flowers and stuff, I add one in, like one leaf in between, so it has that natural feel to it. Because you're not going to get leaves just at the back and the front. You're going to get some in the middle. Then I try to add one sort of behind here. I'm going to try and post some of those cards I did from the class too. I don't think, sometimes I don't post the cards I do from the class and like during the class, and then I forget to do it after. And then, because it's nice to have them. I don't know. I think it needs to be somewhere, but I don't know. Oh, maybe at the back. No, here. Can I tuck it in? We'll just chuck it in there. Chuck it in there. That sounds very technical. Okay, maybe in there. All right, and that'll do. Now, we'll put a small shell in here. I like these shells. I always like these shells. I have even just cut it out of cardstock, like just straight, and it looks so nice. And here we can chuck right there. Put 2 little dimensionals on the larger one. And maybe we'll just kind of cluster that together. What do you think? So I just put that as the focal there, and might leave it at that. And if I find that other one of that might balance it out better. It's probably just, you know, hiding, you know. Not one of my Facebook lives are complete till something goes missing. So there you go. One of my little leaves have gone to God. But that was kind of bound to happen, wasn't it, when there's so many bits and pieces. That's my excuse anyway, and I'm sticking to it. So, sentiment. Let's put a sentiment. Sometimes it's nice to have a sentiment and a card base. That would be awesome. Sometimes it's, I was talking to someone and said sometimes it's good to have cards without sentiments, because sometimes you need something in a hurry, and then you've got everything with a sentiment, and you've got 50 that say hello or 50 that say friend, and you need a sympathy or something like that. Okay, tell me. We've got Asia Afternoon. We've got Crumb Cake. We have got our friend Calypso. What's the vibe? or lemon lime or something. We'll go through them. What we're feeling. So we've got lemon lime. Lemon lime. Is it lemon lime? See, it's very, no, sorry, parakeet. I'll get it right. Calypso. Crumb cake. Asia. Me thinks Asia, but do a sentiment. I pull this out for the sentiment because this one has these sentiments. Not for me. Heartfelt sympathy or thank you for everything, or I thought best wishes might go. On a little circular maybe even here might be nice, eh? Okay. So I think we could go with a black heat embossed sentiment on Asia Afternoon. I don't heat emboss in black. I was telling someone the other day, I don't use black often. In fact, I generally use tuxedo and clear emboss. But let's do black. I'm just pulling out some Asia, and then I think the black will stand out nicely on it. It's white, and I may need to move those shells, but we'll see. That's just shifted. I could see the rim of the stamp because I pressed too hard. That gives a nice pop. I like that. And maybe I should emboss in black more often. Forget sometimes, huh? Alright, let's pick just a basic shape. I wonder whether a circle or an oval is better. Would it fit? That's just a touch too small. You want something just enough. You don't want it too big. I think that'll be too small too. Let's see. Let's see. Sometimes, you know, you think it might be, oh yeah, that's about the same size, it feels like. What else have I got? Labels are blue. I think that it will be okay. Whether it's too big is another thing. Is the oval better? Pull out all my dies. Yeah, oval is better. That's from the All That dies. Thank you for sticking around and watching and just having some fun with me. It's just fun to work things out and just create. I enjoyed, like, and I've really enjoyed this project. So much fun. Love the colors, and it has been inspired by that challenge. It's when you have an inspiration photo, it doesn't have to be the exact colors, but it's just whatever gets in your mind when you see that photo. So yes, I've added colors, but that is exactly what I was inspired by. So that's the liberty you get with inspiration, and that's what crafting is all about. And I hope I have inspired you today and over this event to get in a craft room and just craft and create with whatever you've got. It doesn't have to be whatever products I'm using. It can be anything that you've got. Colors, anything. Okay, so that black, and now that I put the black, let's try a black card base. You never know. Never know. You've got to try it. I don't think, but we'll try it. Nope. That's a definite no. All right. So, is this a guy or a girl card? I don't know. I think it's a both card. I could make it a girl card and put some gems. I'm gonna put yes, gems for sure. I'm just that a little leaf has just got a bit of kink in it. I'm just unkinking it. That's Rachel's word for the day, unkinking. And now let's see. I think some sort of clear kind of dots or something. Let's see. If there's nothing suitable, we don't have to put anything. And maybe, or maybe these ones, those metallic ones. Then it would be sort of suitable for a guy. Because it's rustic. I'm sure I just saw them here. Okay, that doesn't go. Let's see this one. This is the freebie. Let's put that. Yeah, they would go. Even the brown would go, but that's in Sale-A-Bration at the moment. But I think, what about those? We could make it more. I think that would be fine. Oh, these would be nice. You could put a mix of colors maybe, huh? Yeah, that's nice. So these are the little embellishments in Sale-A-Bration, which you can get for free with $90. Yeah, so they're currently available, and I always forget what name it was. Okay, we're done. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will put up a list in the next hour, so I will just go up and get a list up for you if you want to recreate this card, so you know what you're shopping for. I hope you have enjoyed that bit of an impromptu session of crafting with me and enjoyed everything that has been shared with you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'd love to help you out, and I do appreciate all the time that you have spent with me this weekend, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you, everyone. I'll have my shopping links up below. I really appreciate your support, and thanks. See you next time. Bye-bye.